How's it going, you guys? Jeremy Does Things. Today I'm back at our 10-acre homestead, and I'm here to meet up with my mom, and she's gonna show us what she's been doing with all the berries on the property. It's berry season, baby. We got strawberries and we got huckleberries. Those huckleberries are just busting out of the seams. We spent endless time when we were young picking huckleberries on this property because it's full, but they're so small, they're the hardest berry to pick, and you know, you just don't get as much bang for the buck, but we would still be filling buckets. So finally, my mom found this huckleberry rake online. Check this out. This thing's been working great for us. It does get a few leaves in with it, but that's okay. The berries are so abundant here. I'll just turn you around. These are salmon berries. These are wild berries that just grow on the property everywhere. The birds like them a lot, but they're really delicious too. Those are salmon berries. Look at those. Beautiful little berries here. Okay. I'm gonna bring you in. I'm gonna show you what my mom's been up to with all the berry preservation going on the property.
I picked these strawberries yesterday. This is just 2 days worth. I pick every second day. And I'm gonna take them in and process them.
So this is how you freeze them?
That's how I freeze them. I'll show you the slicer inside. I slice them all, get them all ready. Then I put them in bags like this for the winter. This is all fruit that's left over still from last winter. There's raspberries. You can't really see them.
Okay, so you have lots of bags left.
Lots of berries left. So what I'll do once the berries start coming in is make some kind of jams or whatever. This is lovage that I processed for the freezer, and I'll show you what I do with that.
Papa.
Yeah.
You want to give Kova frozen strawberries?
Sure. That would keep them. There we go. Okay.
There you go, buddy. You like that?
Yeah.
I make this cheese, this fermented cashew cream cheese, and now I'm going to give you a taste of this. I'm going to bring it in. That's what I do with all the herbs.
Oh.
And in this freezer...
So cashews and herbs blended up.
Fermented.
Oh, fermented.
Fermented cashew cream cheese. In here, I've got all these bags of... Oh, that's my strawberries starting. This is this year's basil.
Okay.
So I freeze all these. That's last year's basil. All of these things, there's the lovage from last year, go into my fermented cream cheese. Chives.
Awesome.
Okay, so here I'm going to give a taste to Cove and you of my fermented cashew cream cheese. Do you want to taste that? And one for Daddy. Oh, isn't that good?
Oh my God.
I know. Maybe we can put it on for him.
That's so good.
Okay, do you want a little bit more?
Really zingy, lots of herb taste, and really cheesy for no cheese.
No cheese, no dairy.
Oh.
Cashew, fermented, so it's got probiotics in it. Do you want a little bit more?
Yeah.
Okay. I picked these strawberries today. I pick them every 2 days out of my garden, and I'll show you where.
Let's take a look.
This is my slicer. What I do is I stack them up in here, like that. I used to have, my sister gave me this little strawberry slicer. You could do one strawberry at a time, and it broke one of the hinges, and I used it for years. But it took forever to slice them. So I got this from Pampered Chef. I think it was about $30, and you can do a whole bunch of berries at once. You just layer down, slice it like that. Okay, I forgot about this fantastic little doodad that I got. It's very old, came from my girlfriend Caroline. First, I pluck out the stem with that.
That works just fantastic.
Yeah, and then, okay, so after you slice it, you lay them on a tray for the freezer and just go like that, and they're all sliced.
Oh, that is so efficient.
Isn't that something? Oh, well, I better try one.
Me.
That's so good. I have to give one to my grandson. Yesterday, I picked a whole load of greens from my garden, and I'll take you into the garden and show you. And flowers. Underneath here, I make a salad that lasts me for 4 days. Under here is all the greens and some carrots and beets from last year. And all these beautiful, beautiful flowers.
That only lasts you 4 days?
Yeah, it's edible. I eat it twice a day. Lunch and dinner.
Wow.
And underneath is all these greens.
And that all comes out of your garden?
all comes out of the garden.
That's all out of your garden?
Yep. Carrots, beets, radishes. Wow. And the flowers and all the greens. I love salad. We're going into Mom's garden and we're going to do some berry picking. Come on in. Come on over here. Oh, first we'll stop here. Look at all the bees. Put your bucket down. Look at all the bees in here.
The bees are just
You can
loving
hear
this
'em.
bush. What
Look
is
at-
this bush?
It's called a spirea. This is the bees. They're eating all the sugar out of the flowers. Well, Lee Valley happens to be one of my favorite stores. I've been picking huckleberries one at a time for years with my kids. I found this huckleberry rake at Lee Valley, and I'm going to show you how it works. Huckleberries, yep, come on over here. Come on over here
Yep.
to this. So these are huckleberries. They grow wild, and when I have them fenced in, the deer don't eat them. Look at this bush this year.
It's loaded.
It is loaded, and I think it's because it gets watered. You put the branch on and scoop it, and the huckleberries go in. Look at that.
Oh my God. So you get a couple leaves, but I want to show you. When you get a couple leaves, you just flip it upside down and shake. Right? And the leaves fall right out of there. You end up with just berries.
Should we rake more?
Yeah, let's do.
They're good, aren't they? Okay, we're gonna rake it like that. You just stick it underneath and rake.
Nice and gentle too. And
Yeah, and you can fill this up. It's already like, you can fill it up in no time flat.
wow.
Look at that.
And this plant's good. There's not as many leaves. It's just
Yeah.
bunches of berries. I
The
gotta
leaves,
try
you
one
can
of
just
these.
kind of blow the leaves out once you get them. What I do with them after I rake them is I put them on a tray in the freezer and I blow the leaves off.
Wow. Look at this rose bush.
Yeah, and they smell so good. Let's smell that rose. Smell. Oh,
Mmm.
Daddy, get a smell?
Daddy?
Oh, wow.
These are the days of our lives, folks. Just hanging out on the property with the family, showing off the huckleberry
Oh,
rake.
can't help but rake when I go by.
I know. Look at them. They're just hanging.
I
off.
know. And I've got several bushes like this.
Wow.
Do you want to have a look at this red rose over
Thanks,
here?
buddy. Wow. Look at the apple trees.
Yeah, this year there's not too many apples on this transparent. I think it was such a cold spring. But this tree has the best apples on the property, and it's loaded. And they're late apples. Here is a beautiful red rose. Look at that.
Wow.
It's gorgeous.
Wow.
Let's stay back here.
That's a nice rose right there.
Yeah.
I mean, holy
I
lucky.
know. I love roses. Okay, those are little wild ones that Bon and I got from
Cool.
Zabella's.
That is cool.
Yeah, I planted them. Is some apricots. There's not a lot because we had a very cold spring. There's a couple right there.
Ooh, nice.
Pretty soon they'll be orange and you'll be able to see them
Oh,
there.
yeah,
I
there's
think
a
there's
couple
about
in
10 apricots on here this year.
Oh yeah, there's a nice couple right there.
Yeah. This smells so nice. You want to smell? You want to eat? Try some? Oh yeah, it's good. Basil. There's all tomatoes and peppers. And more red roses.
Yeah, these rose trees.
tomatoes.
Every year the huckleberries are just pounding away. But now Mom's been planting these rose bushes, and these rose bushes are just everywhere, and they just look so nice.
I just cut them and stab them in the ground, in the dirt, and they grow.
No way.
Yep, that's how I get
So
them.
that there was
That-
just...
Yep, was just cut.
Can you cut one for us?
Sure. Would you like one?
Yeah.
Oh. There's a few strawberries.
Oh, I love the sound of the birds.
Me too.
It
Yeah,
seriously reminds me of growing up here, hearing that bird call.
Yeah. And look at all the ferns.
Yeah.
Is that a berry? This is my garden.
Frindle Farm.
Up here we have 4 grapes growing. They're red seedless and they just put out so many. You can see them starting right now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the grapes. If you watch the Homestead video on my channel, you'll see where we walked through this whole homestead and showed it off. But that was in the beginning of the year, maybe 2 months ago.
Yeah.
So this is more of like an update, just showing you guys the progression of the garden.
Okay.
Yeah, grapes are doing great. Look at this. It just goes forever and ever. And across the driveway, that's a whole other grape running along that fence.
Green. Those ones are green seedless grapes. Yep, so we got green and red. This is a kiwi. It's a grape-sized kiwi. And they're just flowering now.
Oh, yeah.
And you can see these will all open up into flowers, and then comes the grape-sized kiwis.
Oh, yeah.
And it's loaded. They're so good. If you've never had a grape-sized kiwi, tastes like a kiwi, only they're very little and they don't have the fuzz.
Yep, pick them and put them in your bucket,
Pick the
buddy.
red ones for the bucket.
Good boy. Berry picking with Cove. This is his first time ever picking berries. No, not that
Only
one's
the
green.
red ones. Only
Just the red one, like
ones.
this one here, bud. See that one? And those two. Cove's first experience picking berries, and he's
Not
doing
the
great.
white one, just the red one. Good boy. Yep.
It's been a ride having kids, I tell you. But
but
now that
no,
Cove's almost 2
in the
years
bucket.
old, things are really starting to become fun.
Another one.
Like this, for instance, picking berries for his first time. I mean, this is tons of fun.
He just wants to eat them all, though.
Yeah. In the bucket, bud.
In the bucket.
Good boy.
Boy.
Good thing he's such a good boy, eh?
Yep.
do
Okay,
you do
the
with these?
Romanesco zucchinis that I'm growing. This place will just be full of them, and I make zucchini relish from these ones. Here we have a pear tree. It's a really old pear tree. You can't pick those because they're not ready yet. You have to let it sit. They're going to get big. They're going to turn into very big pears, and then we can eat them. Not now, though. They have to grow.
If you watch the Homestead video, this is like one blueberry bush. It's like 30 years old. Look how big it is. And you can come out and pick bucket after bucket after bucket of blueberries off this. Like, I bet you this one bush harvests 10 pounds of blueberries in the year.
Yeah, you can see them all. I have to water it.
For example, here's just another bush. This is all just growing naturally
Oh,
on the property. And then just hanging over with some nice salmon berries. I mean, I'm probably gonna get sick from eating all these. Look at that salmon berry shoot just coming out there. Man, we are lucky to live here. So lucky to call this place home. Check this out. Dip right on through these trees here. Boom, out pops another really, really good old 30-year-old blueberry bush. And I mean, they're green right now, but they just come in the clumps. They're just loaded. There's another one right after it. Look at this, huckleberries over here, just galore. Berries everywhere. Up into the second orchard. Fig tree, cherry tree, apple tree, and then we call this blueberry lane. Blueberry, 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 blueberry. All down both sides is all blueberry plants. And they're doing pretty good. Everything's green though, right? Meow. Hi guys.
Hi, here's the potato patch.
What, do you got a pea?
Yeah.
You already have peas ready?
Yeah.
Can I try? Whoa, we love eating peas. Wow, these garden beds are just coming along, Mom. What do you got here?
In here are peas and potatoes. Peas and potatoes are compatible, and I try and compatible plant to make the most of the beds. This is all potatoes.
Wow. Potatoes use like a lot of nutrition, right? So you can't really plant anything else with them?
No, you can plant peas with them because peas grow up tall and the potatoes grow underneath the ground.
I see.
And then over here, this is my main strawberry patch.
Mm-hmm.
And it's full. So these beds, there's 8 beds up here. I used to grow garlic up here and sell it, but I became allergic to it. So now I've got other stuff happening. I weeded all these beds and planted onions up here. But when I came back from my Muffin Top Express holiday, the mustard greens and chickweed have taken over these beds. Somewhere in here are onions. So what I'm doing, this bed looked just like the other bed. And I have weeded it and got down to the onions.
You did all that and
Yeah,
it got
sometimes
right down to the
though,
onions.
you lose the onions. Like there's empty spaces from the onions that got plucked. And if you look over here,
Good boy, buddy. You're being a good boy.
I still have all these beds to do. Yesterday I pulled out all these big mustard greens. Cove, you can eat that. Flower, you can eat that. That's an eating flower. Yep. Yesterday I pulled out all the big tall things. Now we're down to the chickweed and onions. I have to go through this step by step and look for the onions.
Wow. What a time-consuming job.
Chickweed. Yeah. I did the same over here. This is more squashes.
Yeah.
They'll just crawl everywhere. Here's raspberries. They're not ready yet. Loganberries. You can see all the flowers. These are massive berries. It's good, isn't it? It's mustard.
And then I'm just going to show off this bed because it looks so nice. Yep. First of all, take it in, folks. Look at all the beauty. And it's got like 2 acres of gardens, 3 orchards, and the food here is just abundant. My mom lives off it all year round. Check out this garden. This is our land. This was all sown right out of the forest floor. 20 to 30 years to get it looking like this. Oh, look at all the plants. How many fruit trees do we have on the property, Mom?
74 varieties of fruit, including the blueberries.
74 fruit trees we're growing. So you can imagine what it's like processing all that food. My mom processes it and cans and lives off it. Fermenting is another big thing we're doing here on the property because that's good for the gut health.
This is borage. Borage has got such great oil, the borage oil. And so what I do is I pick the flower and that goes in my salads, and Cove can even eat one. Yep, I'm gonna eat it.
Yeah, I noticed your salads have a lot of flowers in them. You like the edible flowers, hey?
I do. Got a calendula, yellow.
Is that edible?
Edible, yep.
No way.
Orange.
What? You eat that?
Mm-hmm. And these are Brussels sprouts and broccolis in here. And
Wow.
parsnips.
Oh my God, look at the asparagus, Mom.
Yeah, this asparagus, I'm letting go to seed.
Because you've already eaten 30 to 40 shoots.
Oh, I've eaten way more than that. And these ones that go to seed, they'll reseed this bed.
Oh yeah, you see it's going to seed, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Daddy.
Let's see the haul.
Okay, so I'm going to dump the huckleberries in the bucket. Try to top it.
I mean that took me like a minute to rake.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty good.
Hold that.
So, gonna have to go through it. So what we do is we put these in a bowl of water. You push them down into the water and the leaves float to the top and you just pour them right out. So that's another easy way to separate. Well, that was a good time on the homestead. Going home, yeah, going home with a belly full of berries. And keep you guys updated. Next month we'll head over there and we'll show you guys what it looks like. The gardens are probably gonna be really going by then. Anyways, thanks for watching the channel. Make sure to hit subscribe if you actually love it. And we'll see you guys on the next one.